So 6 men met in Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia. Nelson Aldrich, I have the names, and a Mr. Paul Warburg, an international banker, Jewish man. And on that secret meeting in Jekyll Island, and they don't ever talk about it, they decided to set up in America a central bank and to take away from the U.S. Congress their constitutionally commanded right to print the money. And on December, just before Christmas, these 6 men brought up a Federal Reserve plan to set up a Federal Reserve Bank owned by mostly Jewish families. Y'all all right? So am I. Now look at this. When that became law and they took over the printing of U.S. notes, at one time a dollar bill was called a silver certificate. And you could go to the bank and give them the paper and they'd give you $1 in silver. Just before the Federal Reserve gained power to print the money, the debt of America, well, it was in the millions. And Andrew Jackson didn't like that debt. So he sold off some of the land that America owned to reduce the debt of our government. But by the time World War I came, the Federal Reserve had to print money. Every time there's a war, it takes money to fight a war. So every time there's a war, America borrows money from the Federal Reserve Bank. And the Jews have become wealthy just by loaning money, charging you interest. So they started lending America money to fight the war. When America joined the war, the First World War, they had to borrow money to turn their factories into producers of armament for the fighters. So the debt went from 29 billion. Now it's up a little over 100 billion. Every war they fought, they borrowed money. Let me show you just how they've destroyed the Constitution of the United States. And Mr. Nixon could not do anything to break the stranglehold on America. Damn. Do you know how much America owes now? $31.5 trillion. And if they count Medicare and other Social Security programs, America owes almost $180 trillion. Now, how many of you have debt that you can't pay? Please don't, oh God, no. I didn't want you to raise your hand, but